decades, video games have been pulling us in.
That's all I play! It's Fortnite! And it's crazy!
Growing more realistic, more interactive, and more addictive over the years.
How many?
There's people that are online or at school that play like for 10 hours a day. It's crazy.
The latest game craze is Fortnite Battle Royale. From professional athletes and musicians to everyday players, its popularity has exploded. Jake Goud and his friends are among the 40 million plus gamers around the world, all playing with the same goal.
Just to be #1 out of 100 people.
100 players are dropped onto an island, and kind of like Hunger Games, the last survivor wins.
It's like an addiction. It's like, I would say it's kind of like drugs, how you just get addicted to smoking, you just get addicted to playing all the time and to killing people online.
Like Call of Duty, there's a ton of shooting and killing. And like Minecraft, there's a lot of building and creating. But there's no blood. It looks like a cartoon where you can buy weapons, the latest dance moves, and costumes.
This sounds fun. Kids are like having a lot of fun.
And most parents don't see a problem.
Balance is 100% the rule.
Jake's mom, Janine, says in her home, playing time doesn't get out of hand.
You know, as long as I keep my kids active and healthy and moving and doing other things, then I'm okay with them taking some downtime and playing the game.
But experts warn this is one of those games where players can become obsessed, constantly chasing the next level.
Probably last 6 months, a lot of the parents that have come to me are specifically talking about Fortnite.
Dr. Lisa Stroman says parents are mostly worried about how all-consuming the game can be. The clinical psychologist says kids have lost sleep, dropped out of school. One recently threatened suicide when he wasn't allowed to play.
Is it really harmful? Well, only if they feel like that's their only social connection into the world.
She says oftentimes kids with no boundaries can get lost in the survival game.
I had a 13-year-old come in and say that they lost a whole weekend and felt like that they had forgotten to eat all but one meal in that weekend because his parents were out of town.
Just this week, a report says a 9-year-old was sent to rehab because she wouldn't stop playing, not even to go to the bathroom. That's why setting limits for kids is crucial. And since the games are short, Dr. Stroman suggests allowing kids to finish the one they're in when it's time to unplug.
And if they feel like they have to be part of this leaderboard and be a part of the game and you cut them off of it without understanding that that is similar to what our careers might be to us, that that's kind of their life, and you just pull it out from under them, understand that first and have a conversation about how we're going to kind of unwind that.
Total immersion in the virtual world means less time interacting in the here and now.
If you're a teen who is awkward or can't get to where you need to be, this is a perfect avenue to go in and feel important and relevant.
That online confidence in the avatar they've created doesn't really translate, she says, to real life. And although hours of gunning down opponents online might not lead to violent crime, it does have an impact.
And the science is really clear that you get increased aggression and reduced empathy when you're in any type of video game for a period of time.
Another feature is chat through a mic or a headset. Gamers can play with their buddies, talking teamwork and strategy. But it is also a way for a weirdo to talk to your kid.
They could be playing with friends that they have at school. They could be playing with absolute strangers, or they could be playing with somebody who could have the intent to groom them.
She says parents can disable that chat feature, but actually having a chat with your kids is key.
Your kids are going out there and sim shooting other people. And if you're okay with that as a family and you think that that can have a healthy balance, then allow it, but do it with an understanding that you have to have conversations around it.
And as long as your kids know, you know, this is a game, it's not real life.
Because today's video games aren't dying out anytime soon.
And we're going to get these back to back to back to back.